second game of tonight's game between the Brock Badgers and the Windsor Lancers. This game will feature the second place Windsor Lancer team, 17-5 on the season, against the Brock Badgers, who end up in 7th place out of the 8-team pool place with a 9-13 record. Shannon McGinnis is our leadoff batter. Shannon, the first baseman for the Brock Badgers tonight.
Windsor finishing tied for second, lose on the tiebreaker. Find their way down into third.
Third position. Good punch out there by Shannon McGinnis. Out to the left field line, but great catch there by the left fielder, Caitlin Ottaway, for the first out of the inning.
Number 2,
Amanda Simke.
Sorry, Amanda Simke.
I got your boards all messed around.
Thank you.
Amanda Simke, Marissa Thompson, and Kathy Buchert over left to right across in the outfield. It's Stephanie Manson at third, Erica McFadden at short. Bunt down, back to the screen, foul. Nadia Green at second. Kim Maroon over at first base. Brianne Balzer on the mound tonight for the Windsor Lancers, and Justine Cunningham behind the plate. Big, tall right-hander is Balzer, as that one misses for a ball. Works, bunt down, roller, up on first and throw it away. In and around into second. Here goes Porcello. E3 to Maroon as she came in to field that.
Batting the third baseman, number 16, Sarah Porcello.
Good move, good wheels though on the base pass there by Amanda Porcello, the starting center fielder for the Brock Badgers.
So Balzer offers, that one fouled off.
Chuck on your toes, eh?
Misses for a ball. Windsor and Brock in the season matchup. It was Windsor picking up the win in the doubleheader back on the 21st of September. We'll check the swing. Didn't go. Wins of 11-2 and 4-2 for Windsor. And a little flare. Back goes Manson. She plays it over the shoulder. Balzer reminded to cover up over at third. So Porcello down.
Batting the designated player, number 21, Colleen Albin.
Good range on Manson to get down that line. That was a tough play. Going to go the opposite way to pick up her ball. If she had to track it, going over her shoulder actually.
If you're just getting in with us, we'll catch you up momentarily. And a little flail swing and a miss by Colleen Albin. It was McGinnis, Shannon McGinnis, who lined out to the left fielder to lead things off. Amanda Porcello reached on the air and into second. She stands. Sarah Porcello had the pop out just now. It's Albin at the plate. Shayla Martin will bat behind her as wild pitch gets unleashed to the backstop. Shayla Martin will bat fifth. 6 hitters, Christina Watkins. 7 hitters, Caitlin Ottaway. 8 hitters, Brianne Jacobs. And batting ninth is Desiree Cipollone. The lineup for the Brock Badgers, it's Simke, Thompson, Buchert, left to right across the outfield. Manson, McFadden, Green, Maroon on the infield as Balzer works. Rise ball misses, throw down. Didn't get her. Just got the foot on the bag. Nice quick throw though by Justine Cunningham. Cunningham, if you're a fan of the Windsor Lancers. That one fouled off. Not your starting catcher for the Lancers this year, but can fill in admirably as Wilfrid Laurier picks up the win 2-1 over their crosstown rivals, the Waterloo Warriors, in that one. That one, Joe, had everything including a protest. Nothing says ball like a protest, and a swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Albin. So we'll head to the bottom half of the inning here on airitmedia.com. So no runs, no hits, one error, and one left. Kyle Smith, Joe Todd here on airitmedia.com. Of course, we of Ballpark Radio joining forces again this week with Scott Ainsworth camped underneath his pearly white tent off to our left. Defensively for the Brock Badgers, it's Caitlin Ottaway, Amanda Porcello, and Shayla Martin left to right across in the outfield. Sarah Porcello over at third. Christina Watkins at short. Brianne Jacobs over at second base. Shannon McGinnis at first. Desiree Cipollone behind the plate. And Megan Nickel on the mound for John Collins and the Brock Badgers. Offensively for the Windsor Lancers, it's Kim Maroon leading things off. Amanda Simke bats second. Three hitters, Brianna Balzer. The fourth spot is Justine Cunningham. Erica McFadden will bat fifth. Sixth spot is Stephanie Manson. Nadia Green bats seventh. Heather Metcalf bats eighth. And Marissa Thompson will bat ninth.
Batting for Windsor in the bottom of the first inning, the first baseman, number 18, Kim Morden.
So it was neat and tidy for Windsor. Other than that error, Joe, really nothing doing for the Brock Badgers on offense.
The ball in play a few times, but good sign to see there's going to be a wide open game here.
Down and away misses for ball two. Quick 2-0. And down and away, ball three. So quickly falling behind 3-0. Something we never see, Joe, as a first baseman hitting leadoff.
No, very often anyway.
Called a strike as Nickel pumps one across.
Well, she's either got a good strike zone at the plate or a very good, powerful hitter.
And ball four. And looks as though there's a little speed to the giddy-up of Maroon.
Batting the left fielder, number 11, Amanda Simke.
And now Amanda Simke will come to the plate. So leadoff walk for Windsor. Fouls that off. Just nicely underway here on airitmedia.com. On a pleasant evening here in London.
Stays this way for 2 more days.
Hey.
We'll be here all day Saturday.
We're in the money.
Sunday. Pardon?
We're in the money if it's like this all week.
I'll take this. This is warmer than it has been the AAU, Kyle. We've been down there.
Got to take it off mute, Joe.
Every so often.
People want to hear you.
Okay.
Oh, almost caught her.
Oh.
Didn't get her. Almost hung up was Maroon as she was off. Simke couldn't drop it down as Monique Beneteau runs through the signs down at third.
Well, we saw good arms on both catchers so far, Cipollone and Cunningham. Not afraid to throw that ball down there.
Flare off top of the hands. Back in time as Simke down on the pop out.
Batting number
Twice now, Maroon's almost been cut off bases.
She's very aggressive on there. She's like a little jackrabbit out there.
So Brie Balzer now at the plate. Takes for a ball, coming around on that inside edge.
Right here.
Lots of chatter on the field from the first base coach, Rod Juilliard. Down in the zone, misses. For ball 3. 3-0. Out on the back diamond, Joe, it's Ottawa facing off as that one gets fouled up, taking on Queens, the Gales of Kingston. Queens coming in as the 8 seed here this weekend. Inside, ball 4. So Balzer draws a 1-out walk. Puts runners on first and second now, and you get to the 4 spot, Joe, and opportunity to do some damage.
Well, really, and we noticed in that first game, especially in that first inning again, where 3 walks were allowed by the Toronto team, were given off by Western, so those 3 walks dictated that whole game. We'll see if the Brock Badgers can stop that momentum that Windsor Lancers have
Number 3, Justine
by those 2
Cunningham.
walks so far. Got to put a curb to that.
Hot shot, foul on the left side. Cunningham got the bat head through.
Good quick turn of the hands there by Cunningham. Kind of surprised they're not laying down a bunt here situation. Potentially a little small ball, but you do have your number 4 man in the lineup here.
Pitch misses for a ball, 1-1. Erica McFadden in the on-deck circle. Down the line, foul again, just ahead of that. Cunningham wearing sunglasses at the plate, trying to knock that glare down. These lights shine brightly from right center, driving into the plate.
Well lit park, but a few shadows seen, but not bad.
That one gets fouled off.
Good job, good protection. Here we go.
Count stays 1-2. 1 down in the inning. Kyle Smith, Joe Todd here with you. Friday night action at the OIWFA. We'll be back on the air tomorrow morning at 10:30, Joe and I, as we await for the troops to join us. Our first one will be Windsor taking on Waterloo right here on airitmedia.com. So a quick turnaround for Windsor. Schedule maker working against them. And that one misses for a ball. 2-2.
Brock Badger coach calling time. Just wants to have a word just to kind of reassure that start throwing a little bit of strikes there. These 2 walks, and now she's getting behind the count. Tied up in the 2-2 count here.
Bob Limbeer, the man on the mound, talking with his pitcher and catcher infield. That conversation will get broken up by Jamie Rankin here momentarily. Settling things down. Count up at 2-2.
Keep battling. Keep battling.
Struck out on the left side. Followed in, base hit. 1-1, come around in to score. Getting up on her horse is Balzer. She gets the wave around, the wheel around, and in to score standing. 2 runs get pushed across on the RBI double by Justine Cunningham. Good piece of hitting, Joe, right there to take that out on the left center field wall.
Good line shot there by Cunningham.
10, Erica McFadden.
Those 2 runs, compliments of 2 walks put on the board.
And now Erica McFadden at the plate. There's the bunt you talked about, Joe, with Cunningham at the plate.
Well, obviously we are not aware of the matchups and the strengths and the weaknesses of each individual batter as well as the coaching staff is. So, you know, traditionally you would see a bunt in that situation, but
called for a strike. 0-2. Erica trying to drive that run in at second, and Cunningham. She goes with it. Punched on the right side. Short away we go. Jacobs to McGinnis for out number 2. But does the job, Joe, and moves that runner across. We'll bring Steph Manson to the plate. Stephanie, the vice president of the OIWFA. Nice to see a player step up and fill an executive role. A veteran, 7 years here in the OIWFA. Takes first pitch, roll it, foul with some English to the right side. Getting up after that off the hands. Runner in Cunningham at third. So some damage to be done here for the Lancers. Up 2-0. Inside misses for a ball. And slashes that one foul. Manson seems a little amped up, standing in the box. 1-2 count. Nickel works. Little flare. That's going to fall in for a base hit over top of the shortstop, Watkins. And Manson comes up with a 2-strike single.
again, just a situation there where Manson just took the pitch that was delivered there by Nickel. Will come right down. Manson with the experience, laying back on that pitch and driving it over the shortstop's head, bringing in the third run of the inning.
So Green at the plate. Another little flare off the hands. 4 up and over goes McGinnis. Manson, she gets the wheel around. Throw to the plate, up the line, and Manson in to score. Make it 4-0 as Manson comes all the way around. Green reaches on the air and up into second. She'll move.
Now batting the designated player, number 4, Heather Metcalf.
For McGinnis, just has to slow that down and see the second baseman coming across and spot her right in the chest.
That was the third out of the inning too, so you cannot give extra outs. An extra out there, an error there cost a run.
Swing and a miss. Getting up under that was Metcalf. Got to level things out.
It was a nice pitch there by Nickel, though, right just above the knees. The pitch that Metcalf couldn't catch up with. You'd think that Nickel would come back with that same kind of pitch.
Rise ball misses, 2-2. Just off the plate and settled in. Cipollone thought maybe she could buy one as it runs now at 3-2. 2 down in the inning. It's Green standing out at second. Called strike 3 inside corner. Down goes Metcalf looking. End the inning and a runner out at second. 4 runs get pushed across on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left. We'll head to the top half of the second on airitmedia.com.
Batting for Brock.
Back to the top of the second, we'll roll here. Kyle Smith, Joe Todd on airitmedia.com. Shayla Martin will lead things off here for the Brock Badgers as she looks out towards Brianne Balzer. Takes inside for ball 1. I said to you off air, Joe, that it's a eerie start like we had in the first one. 4 runs get pushed up on the board in the first inning. And a little bouncer in front. Going to be a fair ball. And Cunningham on to first. 2-3.
Good
Someone
read
has-
by the catcher there.
Someone has to tell Martin she's got to sell that as it goes off of her.
22, Tina Watt.
Go down in a heap.
Yell out a yell. Say, oh, I got a bruise. Something. Oscars aren't awarded till December, girls.
Swing and a miss by Watkins. Back to the mound. Underhand, short arm, and a 1-3. Seems to be an adventure as we head over on to first base, but does the job, gets the out, 2 down in the inning.
Batting the left fielder, number 11, Caitlin Ottaway.
Had a couple of errors heading on over to first base here tonight.
Almost a collision that one play back in the first game.
Caitlin Ottaway now at the plate. She takes the bend around for strike. And foul it off.
A little late on that swing by Ottaway. I was to anticipate a little bit quicker than that.
Oh, 2. Balzer works. Roller. On the first, Marone on the take that herself. 3 unassisted, neat and tidy. Up and down they go here in the top half of the second. Bottom will go and Windsor come to the bat up 4-0 here at the OIWFA Championship. Back here in London as we settle in for the bottom half of the second inning. Kyle Smith, Joe Todd from Ballpark Radio on airitmedia.com. Glad you've joined us here tonight as
Number 15, Marissa Thompson.
we are into our number 2 game of the broadcast schedule. Marissa Thompson at the plate. Bunt up the line and just rolls foul. Someone should talk to the groundskeeper, get a little more edge to that line. Play the small ball at the bottom of the shop here for Windsor. Try to set the table for the top half. 4 runs got pushed across in the first inning. Another bunt. Up it goes. Can't catch up to it though, Cipollone. As it bounces right in front.
Good attempt there by Cipollone. Got out.
Lots of pop in the ball tonight when the bunt attempts have gone on. I think we've only seen maybe 2 successful bunts tonight. One where the bunt went right at the eyes, got it down. Did the job all told as the count now runs up even at 2-2.
Western number 2 batter, Stacy Cox, is very proficient at that bunting skill.
And that one fouls straight back off of Cipollone. Seems to be no worse for wear. She's ready to go back behind the mound.
Catchers are tough.
Oh, they're special.
There's all kinds of words of special.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Thompson for out number 1.
Batting number 18, Kim Morgan.
It's the warmest it's ever been for you guys.
And a bunt attempt again going through it. That one just falling away, and Maroon has to realize not going to get that one. Better to lay off than haphazardly try to bunt it down. Goes up after that one. On the run, on the horse, can't catch up to it, Ottaway. And into second goes Maroon. E-break on. She'll be happy with second on the double.
Good power hit by Maroon to go that opposite way, taking that pitch the other way. 2 strikes were on Maroon, so she had to protect the plate. Took an outside pitch and took it the wrong way. Or the opposite way, actually, not the wrong way.
And a little flare back is Watkins. She'll make the grab. 2 down. Windsor's had better success in at-bats, getting deep into the count rather than attacking early. Nickel works. And again, flare foul up off the hands as Desiree back to field that one. It's Balzer at the plate, walked and scored back in the first inning. Off the plate, ball 1, and throw to second.
There's a decoy pickoff move.
1-1. And Maroon got back to the bag. Foul that off, straight back. 1-2.
1 ball. 2 strikes.
Off-speed pitch misses. 2-2. Trying to extend this inning. She'll punch the gap, but nice play. Jacobs coming up the middle to round that one up. No runs, one hit, no errors, one left. After 2, 4-0 in favor of the Lancers.
Text me when you're at the hotel.
Back with you in London. Joe threatening to break out the vocal cords. 4-0 in favor of the Lancers as we get to the bottom of the order, and Brianne Jacobs, Desiree Cipollone, and Shannon McGinnis to the top.
Second baseman, Brianne Jacobs.
Brianne Jacobs just coming off the field, making a great play. Her second real good defensive play this game.
Well outside for ball one.
Plays a nice second base out there.
We're with you all weekend long here from London. 4 games tomorrow on airitmedia.com. That one gets lifted up out to center. Fall in for a base hit is off the glove. No one at second. Now goes Balzert covering, and they got her.
Great cover.
So call it a single. And an 8-1 put out at second. One down in the inning. Good heads-up play, though, by...
Great cover. Great anticipation that she realized both of her infielders had gone back on that ball. So she was the only one going to reach that bag. And she covered it well. Picked up the lead off out of the inning.
So Desiree at the plate. With one down, what thought maybe would be a double, no one at the bag as the middle infield had vacated. Green and McFadden out to get that ball. But a heads-up play by Balzer covering at second. Lifted foul on the right side.
One ball. 2 strikes.
One ball, 2. Inside, turning away is Cipollone.
Let's go, Des. You guys.
2-2. And up and out, ball 3. Swing and a miss. Down go Cipollone without number 2. Shannon McGinnis will come to the plate. McGinnis had to line out to Simke back in the first inning. Ducking out of the way is that one for ball 1. Little roller. Backhand up the middle. Green on to first in time. And again, up and down they go, Joe.
Good backhand inning and good back-to-back, good quick innings there. That whole inning was extremely well played by both teams. Minimum number of pitches will add by that pitching staff. You want to control the quantity of pitches you're throwing here early on Friday night. It's going to be a long weekend if you want to play in those big games on Sunday.
We'll be back with more on airitmedia.com. To the bottom of the third we'll go here on airitmedia.com. Kyle Smith, Joe Todd from Ballpark Radio. Pleasant night here in London for the 17th day of October. It's all downhill from here, Joe.
No. Don't speak with evil tongue.
Lifted up and out of play.
Batting for Windsor, number 3, Justine.
Didn't get a car that time.
Still 14 degrees tonight so far. Overcast skies.
It was supposed to be 14 till about middle of the night, dropped down to 7 overnight. And a bunt right through the wickets of the catcher and umpire. 0-2. So Cunningham now trying to lead things off, had a 2 RBI double back in the first. Worked herself a hole, battled back and took one to left center. Now 1-2. Nickel back to work. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Cunningham goes chasing. Third strikeout for Nickel. Will bring McFadden to the plate. Manson in the on-deck circle in a 4-0 ball game.
Not going forward, Ken. Don't go forward, kid.
Show bunt. Pull it back for ball 2.
Good movement by that Brock infield.
Fouls it off, 2-1. Two-1 count. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 2-2.
Let's go now, 10-5. You got.
After coming up with a pretty tough first inning, Megan Nichols really settled in well.
Swing and a miss. Get up after that rise. Second batter in a row here this inning. 4 now for Nickel. 2 down in the inning as Manson will come to the plate. RBI single. Last time for Steph.
Manson.
We were saying earlier, 4 games tomorrow, 10:30, 12:30, 2:30, 4:30 here on airitmedia.com. And then a trio of games on Championship Sunday, 10:30, 12:30, 2:30 for our broadcast schedule. That is up on the infield. Long run for the shortstop, Watkins. And that'll fall in for a single. Tough to give an error when you don't touch it, but
Yeah.
mental more so than anything. That where Jacobs just has to call off the shortstop.
Yeah.
Shorter run for her coming in.
Yeah, Brianne had to take care of. take control of that call. It's on her side of the infield. She was only probably 6 or 8 steps away. Shortstop Christina Watkins had a long way to go.
And foul that off. Sends a few of our fans ducking on that one. They seem to forget there seems to be a screen in front that'll stop that one.
Let's go now, 10-5.
Still
Two
do it.
former Windsor players were bailing on that.
Say former.
Alumni swinging on through for a strike.
One ball. 2 strikes.
Green reached on the air back in the first inning. And a roller up the line, just inside. Fair ball and on to first. 5-3. So you avoid the mental error and get out of the jam. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left. We head to the 4th on airitmedia.com. And away we go to the top half of the 4th inning. Kyle Smith, Joe Todd here with you on a cool but really nice night here on airitmedia.com. Amanda Porcello at the plate to lead things off. She reached on the air back in the first for Brock.
Girl has very good wheels. Don't want to make a mistake in the infield.
Bunt, down and away. She'll just drop the bat at it, coming up empty for strike 1. Those are the ones, Joe, that as a coach drive you wild. And you see it so far down and away that it's a ball all day. Another one, dropped it down. Balls are on the first, not in time, as she'll leg that one out.
Now batting number 16, Sarah Porciello.
Encouragement,
Corners never know.
Nice word for it.
crashing and banging. Down and away, misses for a ball. But the coach makes a point that corner infielder should be in on that, especially after the pitch before they showed bunt. Called a strike to the inside corner, 1-1.
Jack, Matt, let's go. Make a player.
Misses for ball 2.
Both of these catchers are showing they got great arms, so you don't want to be too far off those base paths.
Cunningham also showing that she's not afraid to unleash it on a snap throw. Little flare over the head of the shortstop McFadden, and up into second rolls Porcello. So the Porcello sisters get things rolling. Amanda and Sarah back-to-back singles. And now Colleen Albin at the plate.
Tommy. Oh.
Foul out of play.
Number 4 batter for Brock Badgers here, Colleen Albin. Struck out her first time, but With 2 runners on base, this is potentially the inning that Brock might get on that scoreboard. Brock's played some great defense other than that first inning, allowing themselves to potentially get back into this game.
Went down after that one, came up empty. Run it up to 0-2. And a swing and a miss, a little off speed. Down on strikes goes Albin.
Now batting number 18, Shayla Martin.
Strikeout number 3 for Balzer.
2 to Albin, number 4 batter.
Put that tag on.
And Martin now at the plate. She takes first pitch swinging. Throw down and almost caught her sleeping.
Now batting number 22, Tina Watkins.
Christina Watkins will come to the plate. Watkins would like to atone for that mental error back in the bottom of the 3rd. Didn't come back to get him, but like to pick things up. Runners on first and second. The Porcello sisters standing there as big lead from second is Amanda. So watch that throw to the mound and take the base. Catch the catcher sleeping. Time called now as Watkins steps out.
Again, Balzer waved off a pitch by the catcher.
Cunningham thought about first. Smile on the face of Kim Maroon. In the dirt. There she goes. Did I not just say, Joe, watch for that, take the bag on the throwback, catch the catcher sleeping. And she does just that with the stolen base. So now runners on the corners. And they're going to run through the sign should Sarah Porcello take off.
Put that one in your back pocket and learn from it.
You could have telegraphed that, Joe, the way you see Amanda jumping off second.
Well, she's got the wheels. We talked about that.
That's the other thing.
You give 2 or 3 steps, you know.
But she's out in front of the shortstop. McFadden's either got to come in or
at least
Cunningham's got to go out.
Come out of her stance and get out there and wean her back.
Into the dirt for a free pass. So Watkins gets a walk. Porcello up to second, load the bases now with 2 down. And Ottaway will come to the plate for the Brock Badgers. Ottaway studying phys ed down at Brock U in her 3rd season, 3rd year of school.
Now batting number 11, Caitlin Ottaway.
To the first baseman the last time she came to the plate. Get away from Cunningham. To the plate. Not in time as under the tag rolls Porcello.
Again, the good wheels of Amanda Porcello coming in to counter up that first run by the Brock Badgers. Sister Sarah advancing down to 3rd. Christina Watkins now at 2nd.
So a wild pitch allows the run to come in and score. Ottaway at the plate trying to cut this lead in half. Right on the plate for strike 1. Got a lot of the knees, a lot of the plate.
Ottaway went to the right side of the infield last time. She's a little pigeon-toed at the plate. Her front foot's actually leading off that first front way, so a good coach would pick up that she's going to go to that right side of the infield.
1-2. Snap, throw. Got it.
Ooh. Great throw by Cunningham. Catch Porcello just a little bit sleeping off that bag. You cannot do that. You do not want to be the third out at third base at any time.
1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and just 1 left. Leave Ottaway standing at the plate. Score now 4-1 in favor of the Windsor Lancers on AirItMedia.com. Heather Metcalf will lead things off here for Windsor Lancers. Now lead by 3, 4-1 as we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Kyle Smith and Joe Todd here with you. Flared foul on the right side.
Way to be aggressive, Ben! That's you, Betsy. Way to be aggressive. Here we go, 4 drive on that, Mex. Watch it off for hip, buddy. Watch it off for hip. Drive it.
And misses for ball 1, 1-1. Metcalf struck out back in the 1st inning, Joe, and just waiting for something to come back to the plate.
Struck out looking too, so she got to be a little bit more aggressive this time.
2-1 count. And ball 3 as Nickel starting to struggle on the mound, finding her rhythm and release point. And ball 4. So leadoff walk gets the runner down to first, and Marissa Thompson at the plate. See what we do here is
First walk that Nickel has given up since that 1st inning, where she had 2 in the first 3 batters of the game. Both those runners coming in to score.
bunt, pull it back and take for a ball.
Marissa Thompson.
Down, away. Thank you. Good job here, Tommy. Good job.
And change the sides as Thompson steps across. 1 ball. Bunt again, pull it back for ball 2. Time called now by Cipollone behind the plate. Thompson trying to move the runner, do her job, get the bunt down. 2 around the chin has given her a 2-0 count. Again, bunt, pull it back, take for ball 3.
And Nickel really struggling here. She had 2 good back-to-back innings and 2 strikeouts last inning, and now walked the first batter, now way behind in this one. So Brock Badgers kind of potentially turned over this whole game around. They had a chance to score a few runs last inning, got a runner picked off at third base on the 3rd out. Now they come out with 2 back-to-back walks. putting themselves in a real hole here.
Well, and it's all the fact Nickel not able to find that release point right now. Everything's been going to the top side. It looks as though they're going to drop down to 9 and temporarily suspend the designated player, as out to second goes Buchert.
One of the flexibilities of that DP rule allows you to get that extra player in on the offensive side.
4-1 ball game here, so a couple big runs out on the pond here. Nobody down, as at the plate is Marone, and she takes right on through for a strike.
That one that's coming, so you got lots, okay? You got a long way to go. Good job here, right, too.
Bunt, down, and foul on the left side. Going up to get that one, climbing the ladder, in an 0-2 count now. On base twice, a walk and a double, scored in the first. Working to the outside, reached it, got it to center. Ride the gap, ride the ridge, and stop sign up at third. So seeing a single finds its way out.
Good play by the third base coach to hold up that runner. You got potentially a big inning to break this game open. You don't want to run yourself out of an inning.
Nobody down in the inning either. You get to the meat of your order coming up. 2, 3, 4 hitters. Simke, Amanda Simke. 2 pop-outs to Watkins here tonight. That rise misses. The other part to that equation, Joe, was taking it off the lip of the diamond right into the glove of the center fielder, Porcello, driving through to the plate, so would have had a lot of momentum on the throw. As pop it in for strike 1, 1-1. Straight up on the infield. Out to the outfield it goes, Martin under it. Throw to the plate, gonna draw up the line, and in to score comes Metcalf.
You're
So one
scoring
down.
Home there, sacrifice fly with an RBI.
Good job, Sam. Get us one out.
Runners on second and third. Moving up on the throw to the plate, so heads up. And again, misses on the rise.
Good play by Cipollone to get out of her crouch and get up and get that pitch.
Swing and a miss. Getting up to that one. Bunt, offered, strike. And the count at 1-2. Lifted up, overstrides Sarah Porcello. She'll make the grab. On the pop out to the third baseman. And now Justine Cunningham comes to the plate. Cunningham a double, 2 RBIs that way, and a strikeout today. Misses outside for a ball. Wind starting to pick up just a little bit more, blowing back in. Will knock the balls down as on the run comes Porcello. Amanda out in center. She'll make the grab for out number 3. Tough break though if you're the Windsor Lancers just to push one run across on one hit. No errors and 2 left.
Bases were loaded, nobody out. It just pulled in the 1 run.
So momentum may be shifting to the way of the Brock Badgers as they come to the plate, Joe.
Well, Brock had their chances last inning. See if they can make that big inning materialize.
Head to the 5th. Up next. Top of the 5th we go. Caitlin Ottaway on the mound. Or at the plate, excuse me.
Caitlin has that chance to. She had a good look at Balzer last inning. She got awarded back up at the plate because the runner got picked off at third base.
Call her in, JC. Call her in, JC. Come on, here we go. Come on, break.
So the count 2-0. And a swing and a miss coming on Broad Street for strike 1. Swing and a miss on a little lift, 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Good battle back from Balzer to get Ottaway on the strikeout.
Brianne Jacobs.
Rest the match in the middle last time, right?
4th strikeout for Balzer tonight.
Let's go, Niner!
We're in the top of the 5th inning. Windsor Lancers beating the Brock Badgers by a score of 5-1.
Called a strike. 0-2. Balzer pulled the string and fouled it off. Does Jacobs. Misses for ball 1. 1-2 count. Off the plate, 2-2.
Take her, JC. Come on. Come on, Bree. Here we go.
2-2 count. Ball 3. Turn it around the other way this time where you're up 0-2. Now fall behind 3-2. Brianne Jacobs had a single, was taken down at second on the traditional 8-1 putout. McFadden, sure hand, on to first.
Great play there by the shortstop. McFadden to come across there. Went down, stayed down until she brought the ball back up, transferred the ball perfectly, and a great gun over to first base. Great all-around play. Shortstop, Erica McFadden.
Time called. Back with it, Balzer. Inside edge called a strike as Cipollone takes all the way. Desiree struck out back in the third inning. Bouncer, McFadden up on to first. So a pair of 6-3s and a strikeout does the job. Up and down in the order they go. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no left. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Coming up next on airmedia.com.
A little drizzle in the air too.
There's a little bit of a drizzle. I don't know if that was in the other game or
The start of this one.
the start of this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back here in London on airmedia.com, Kyle Smith, Joe Todd, as a little bit of precipitation starts to fall here at Stronach Stadium. But no harm, no foul, as Erica McFadden will lead things up. McFadden, Manson, and Green due up for the Lancers.
McFadden just came back with 2 great defensive plays last inning, so
Now batting for Windsor,
see if she
number
can get
10,
something
Erica
going here on that offensive side. She's 0 for 2 right now. So we head into the bottom of the 5th inning. McFadden trying to lay down a bunt.
Goes dead at the plate as McFadden can't get the job done. Joe, if it continues to rain, we'll pick up our operation and head under Scott's Big Ten over there. Gets fouled out of play. The radar was clear. There is a chance of rain later on. That's about time, Joe, that we pick up the table and head on in. That one misses for a ball. Misses again for a ball. McFadden trying to find her way on. Swing and a miss. Down she goes on strikes.
Now batting number 22, Steph Manson.
One down in the inning now as Manson comes to the plate. And called for a strike. Well, we got halfway, Joe, and
It stopped
it
raining.
stopped raining. So Manson pops that out into left center, followed in on a base hit. As she goes 3 for 3 now with 3 singles.
Now batting
As
number
Avery
21,
Beneteau,
Natalie
the Lancer Batgirl, comes out to retrieve Manson's bat. Avery, the niece of Coach Monique Beneteau. And a swing and a miss for a strike.
Watch it and send it out, Nas. Watch it and send it out.
And that one gets lifted foul on the left side.
Come on, Nas. Watch it off the hip and drive it. Go, Vicky. Let's go, Cam.
That one skips into the dirt. For a ball.
Watch it off the hip, drive it, buddy.
Into the dirt. That goes 2-2.
Nichols struggled last inning. Couldn't find the plate.
Watch it in.
Had a great second and third inning. All of a sudden she went south for a while. She hasn't been able to refine that strike zone. She did have a strikeout here early to lead off against McFadden, but fallen in the hole, gave up the single to Stephanie Manson, and now tied up with a 2-2 count to Nadia Green.
Ball into the dirt. 3-2.
Green has to be good and aggressive here in this situation.
Little flare, bounce, and foul. Nice footwork by Cipollone behind the plate.
National soccer team player, potentially.
Good footwork gets her out of the way. And ball 4. So Windsor will go back to 10. And with that, that will draw the night for
The 5th or 6th inning.
Nickel. As Wondering Minds for the inning, Lisa Schellenberger will come on in relief. So 15 out, 10 comes in. Lisa Schellenberger on in relief, as we said.
Number 10, Lisa Schellenberger.
As she gets loose on a cool, damp evening. Joe Todd has our winning lottery tickets here tonight. If we win, do we bail? Or do we ride it out and get a motorhome for the weekend?
Well, this is where we got
Set it up behind home plate and away we go.
a motel room. Will be a lot closer.
Inside corner for a ball.
Batting number 4, Heather Metcalf.
Lift it up. Over comes Jacobs on the run.
Nice effort, Bree.
2 down in the inning.
Now batting number 15,
She's made some great
Marissa
defensive plays in this
Johnson.
game. Good range there.
Early-
Ball's actually only 2 or 3 steps behind the first baseman.
Early recognition leads to her success at second base.
She's a natural there.
And strike call. Marissa Thompson at the plate. She walked and struck out tonight in the 9 spot. We play in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 runners on, first and second. Bunt, pull it back and take for a ball. Interesting sign, Joe. 2 down in the inning and you're bunting.
Yeah. Well, obviously we don't know the swinging bunt, slap bunt down the line, really, but
One ball. 2 strikes.
Come on, Marissa. Watch it off. They get your stride.
Wind starts to pick up and prevail right to left across the diamond. Swing and a miss on the rise ball. Down on strikes goes Thompson. Down go the Windsor Lancers. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. So the runners left on base, Joe. 7 now for Windsor tonight. Just 2 for Brock. But the bigger score, the 5-1 lead up on the scoreboard. We'll come back with more. Apparently this tent's not pegged down.
didn't that happen about 3 years ago too?
There's only so much time in the day. I was trying to get the internet working first.
Do you have pegs?
Yeah. In my truck. But I'm zipped side down, so one set of weights is
Just the back wheel.
Just our wall.
just hold on to it. I got my foot on it.
Heading for Brock in the top of the 6th inning, number 14, Shannon McGinnis.
Shannon McGinnis will lead things off here for the Brock Badgers.
Come on. 'em.
Shannon looking for her first hit of the game. Went the opposite way back in the first inning and grounded out to the second baseman back in the 4th. Sorry, the 3rd.
Misses to the inside. Count runs 3-0. And ball into the dirt. 3-1. And now I'm going to get lifted up on the left side. Caught by the 3rd baseman, Steph Manson.
Batting number 2, Amanda Porciano.
Now Amanda Porcello at the plate. Bunt, down, foul as it rolls. Bunt again, popped it up, dropped it in front. Marone on to first in time.
Good play by Marone.
Now batting number 16.
Come in and charge that ball.
And 2 down in the inning now. Sarah Pacello will come to the plate. She'll lift that up on the left side. Falls in foul. 2 down here in the inning. Kyle Smith, Joe Todd here with you, along with Scott Ainsworth from meritmedia.com. We're here all weekend long with you. 4 games tomorrow, 3 on Saturday, as that one misses to the outside. And fouled it off. Time called by the batter, Porcello. Pop up and a single to Manson in time at first. And another up and down inning, Joe, has stemmed the tide here in the 6th. We go to the bottom half of the inning with more coming up on meritmedia.com from the 2014 OIWFA Provincial Championships. Back in London on a cool but pleasant evening on the day of the 17th of October. Kyle Smith, Joe Todd from Ballpark Radio here with you. 5-1 in favor of the Windsor Lancers, as Lisa Schellenberger on in relief. From Megan Nickel. It's Kim Marone who at the plate takes for a ball. A walk, a single, and a double. So 3 for 3 on the bases, 2 for 2 on her scorecard.
You can see why she's a leadoff batter.
Bunt, quick feet, drop it down, crashing. Porcello up on the first in time. Nice play by Sarah Porcello coming in from the corner, Joe. Quick feet, quick hands, right in front of the pitcher and on to first.
You have to do everything right to get her off the base paths. Well executed play there by Brock.
Called a strike to Amanda Simke. 0 for 3 today. Simke, though, a sac fly RBI. That one goes up and out of play. Quick 0-2 count as we play here in the bottom half of the 6th inning on meritmedia.com. And on strikes goes Simke looking.
Now batting number 12, Bree Windsor.
For a team that started out with 4 runs, Joe, they've put her a little bit into cruise control and carried the day. As now Bree Balzer at the plate. And right to the backstop goes the offering.
Well, their defense has kept them in the game. Windsor's played almost flawless defense.
We talked about it going to the break the last time. They've left 7 runners on base tonight. Has Windsor. Scored 4 in the first, 1 in the fourth, now in the bottom of the 6th.
Brock with only 3 hits to this stage, too. Give some credit to Balzer on the plate, or on the pitching mound.
And a 3-0 count as Balzer tries to help herself. A walk in the first, line out and a pop out today for Bree. Misses for ball 4, so she gets a free issue. 2-out walk. There's young Avery doing her job. Everybody pulling on the rope, Joe. And now Justine Cunningham, a double, strikeout, and a flyout
Number 3,
for the catcher.
Justine Cunningham.
Girl swings a nice bat, so.
There's some good encouragement, Joe. Don't swing at anything stupid, they say. That's kind of the name of the game on an everyday basis, I thought. But sometimes the obvious needs to be stated.
It's good to be reminded every so often.
Call that a foul ball up on the line as Porcello, nice hands at third. Out on the back diamond, it's Ottawa taking on Queens. Battle of the East, if you will.
You heard anything on the back
No.
there? No Twitters back there.
No Twitters back there. Twitterless Joe getting on the Twitter feed. Line shot, foul on the left side. Matt Allen bailed and headed home.
Yeah.
He's in the hotel already with the Laurier Golden Hawks as
Hot tough timer.
they picked up a 2-1 win over their crosstown rivals, the Waterloo Warriors, earlier on this evening. Off speed in the dirt. Our first game saw a 7-0 win for the Western Mustangs over the University of Toronto Blues. And that one goes up, left side, tracking across. Comes the left fielder, Caitlin Ottaway.
Almost a photocopy of that complete first game. The Western come out with a 4-run first inning. So did Windsor. Kind of set the pace of the game and the real tone of the game.
Amanda Simke getting loose, should she be needed in the 7th. And pitch misses for a ball. Knocked down, no play. Hard hit ball in my book.
Okay. A little bit of an obstructed view for me.
Now batting number 10, Erica McFadden.
McFadden not happy with the batting change, but McFadden has struggled at the plate. 2 back-to-back strikeouts. Played some great defense, but you need to also add on that offensive side of the game. You have a pinch runner, number 11,
Number
pinch
20,
running.
Brianne Higginbottom.
Brianna Higginbottom running at first base.
No, pinch hitting.
Pinch hitting? Okay.
2-0 catcher rule.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, yeah. Amanda Simke over there.
So Higginbottom at the plate. As you said, Joe, McFadden was 0 for coming to the plate. And Brianne gets strike 2 quickly against her. So being aggressive at the plate. Foul that off. Tough job for Higginbottom here, coming off the bench cold and getting some swings in. Runners on first and second, Cunningham and Balzer, respectively. And to the outside, he'll miss. Count up at 2-2. And down on strike she goes. So the 5 spot not generous to the Windsor Lancers tonight, as they go 0 through the order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. So 9 in total tonight for the Lancers have been left on the bases. As we head to the top half of the 7th, coming up next on airitmedia.com.
As we make it back here into the top of the 7th inning, PWSA wants to thank the OIWFA executive and member universities for the opportunity to support the universities and their athletes. We wish to congratulate and wish all the teams good luck in their quest for the 2014 OIWFA championship title. We have a pinch hitter to lead off the top of the 7th inning for the Brock Badgers, Alyssa Patterson. Can't read my own writing.
And fly out to the shortstop. Looks as though McFadden back on.
Number 18, Shane Martin.
Balzer called a strike. One. And called strike 2. Balzer works into the dirt. Count runs full at 3-2. One down here in the inning, Joe, and Martin and Watkins haven't really done much. Watkins has a walk to her credit.
Balzer's only had 1 walk tonight, so she's been right around that strike zone. She comes up with a key 3rd strike.
Swing and a miss.
Martin for the 2nd out of the inning.
Good rise from Balzer. Does the job there. And now Christina Watkins will come to the plate. 2 down in the inning. 5-1 in favor of Windsor. And that one away from the catcher, Cunningham. Foul that one out and out of play. Our first game tomorrow, Joe, Windsor and Waterloo. Lance and Blair will have Queens and Western. Into the dirt that goes. You and Blair will take Laurier and Windsor. And we'll round out our day at 4:30. Lance and myself will bring Ottawa taking on the Western Mustangs. Our broadcast day tomorrow.
Full staff on board tomorrow.
Little roller. Up on to first. 4-3. Down they go in order. And that will do the ball game. Make the final 5-1 in favor of the Windsor Lancers. Joe, after the fourth inning, they go down in order 9 straight for Brock. There was another first inning 4 on the board. That carries the day.
Well, give full credit to Brianna Balzer. She come through with a nice clean game. Only 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, and limited the Brock Badgers to just 3 hits. Pretty well had them under control, and some great defense by the Windsor Lancer team. So give Windsor their first victory of the weekend. Good sign that they'll be heading into a good momentum heading into their first game tomorrow morning at 10:30.
From broadcast partner Joe Todd, for the executive producer, the guy in charge under the big white pearly tent, Scott Ainsworth, I'm Kyle Smith. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 10:30, and then 12:30, 2:30, and 4:30. 4 games on tap. Coming to you live from the 2014 OIWFA Provincial Championship. So long.